Hi. Today we have a special guest, and it's my daughter's Poppy. She hasn't been here for a few months, and she's certainly grown. She's never going to be really big, but Jake's a little annoyed. She's part of the show here today. And one thing about her is one end is a tail going a mile a minute, and the other end got licking, got kisses. Lots and lots of kisses. But Jake is a little perturbed about her taking in the spotlight. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's all right. We'll let you. Oh, you're going yourself? All right, I'll stay with Poppy. Poppy and I will do the show today. Today's topic is a little strange. Imagine a lot of you don't even realize how podcasts have kind of taken over in terms of communication. And one of the best things about growing old is that I've lived long enough to see the age of podcast upon our society. I'm sometimes overwhelmed by the technology that allows us to reach out to one another from our living rooms. Today, I thought this old fart to talk about some of the podcasts that have caught my interest. Now, some of them I don't even have the real names for them. Some of them I only watch for an episode or three, catch my interest, but I don't sign up to them. I don't see them on a regular basis. Two young ladies from Edmonton who used to work for Global TV. Their names are Sierra and Lisa. Lisa used to do the weekend shows, and Sierra was the weather forecaster. Both beautiful young women, both a little bit naive because they're fairly young. I think they both must be in their late 20s, perhaps mid-30s. Both are very attractive young ladies. They both have a very good sense of humor. One of the things I like about them, they both like sports. That's one podcast that comes on. It's a local one from around the Edmonton area. The next one is a Latino lady poet. She is quite expressive. She's also a very young poet. She's an American. She's out of Los Angeles, I believe. I can't even think of her name. But every time I come across her, I stop and listen, and her poetry is usually beautiful. Then there are two ladies that are handicapped. One of them has a problem with stuttering, and the other one lost her lower arms and has learned how to overcome that handicap. Both ladies are beautiful. Both ladies are sincere. Both ladies have a lot to say and quite accomplished. However, there are a few that I will continue to return to. The most recent one is a lady singer. She comes from the Chief Poundmaker Reserve in Saskatchewan. Her name is Lou Tootsis, Totosis. Those O's are doubled. She's a First Nation singer from the Poundmakers Reserve in Saskatchewan, as I said. And her name rings a bell with me. When I was a principal in Denzel, Saskatchewan, we once hosted a zone playoff for basketball, and the Chief Poundmaker team played. And one of the uncles was Gordon Tootsis, a well-known actor. And I had the pleasure of meeting him and talking to him. Oh, we talked for hours, both on the Friday and the Saturday during and after the games. He left with me a strong impression of how humble he was, even though he was fairly famous and everybody wanted his autograph. Fortunately, I never thought about it and never did get his autograph. I think he kind of appreciated that I didn't ask him about it. But one thing I do know is that if Lou is related to him, I do know that her music does carry the same mixture of awe and inspiration that Gordon gave me those many years ago. And if you have time, listen to her music. It'll be well worth it. Her songs are about her heritage, about the women and the spirit of First Nations people. Next lady is the one that brings smiles to me every time I listen to her. Her name is McKinney Galloway. She never fails to bring a smile to me. If anyone on earth knows what it is to walk through hell and survive, it's McKinnon. She has endured 4 or 5 brain surgeries for cancer. She's had to relearn how to walk. She's had to restore the muscles in her face. She's become deaf and has countless setbacks. Even as a young lady emerging into her 30s, she's still fighting every day with an infectious laugh that brings smiles to my face every time I listen to one of her podcasts. She's well worth listening to. And on the other side, she's beautiful. Next 2 are political commentators. The first one is a young kid by the name of Dean Withers. He's a young liberal and is a very capable debater. I love watching his ability to tear down Trump defenders. The other one is a lady called Lee McGowan. She has and this one I remember, she has a webcast or a podcast called Politics Girl. She's even been seen on CNN. Knowing she's a Canadian makes it all the better, and she's a quite bright young lady. And speaking of Canadians, there's a gentleman by the name of Ted Maffin. He's a Canadian broadcaster that is excellent in letting Americans know that Canada is different than the United States and maybe a bit better. My list continues to grow, and if you haven't seen these, you're missing some interesting viewpoints and talents. So, Poppy's getting a little anxious. She wants to get back with her friends. So we'll let you go. Have a good day and enjoy the podcast. Thank you.